Hello and welcome to Fresh Face One Shots. My name is Joey.
And I'm Jacob.
And today we are back with our coverage of X-Manhunt, the X-Men event of March, with an issue of Storm. This is not a title we normally read. This is Storm number 6, but it's part of our X-Manhunt crossover event, which we're covering because we read Uncanny X-Men normally. It's a whole thing. This is Storm number 6. Having never read an issue of Storm before, I really loved this. This was great. This is a great fucking issue.
This is written by Murewa Ayodele.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, understood the assignment of this is the middle of a crossover. Probably gonna get some people reading this who don't read the book normally.
I gotta say, we just came off our NYX video, which we recorded because that came out this week as well. And I'm just reading these today. The stark contrast between the way that we introduce our characters in Storm and the way that NYX was introducing its characters to potential new readers is fucking night and day.
NYX didn't. It didn't.
Yeah. Storm does.
Whereas...
Hell, if somebody had never read an appearance of Aurora before, this could be your first Storm appearance ever. They introduce her as a character on the first page. They introduce a character that I'm assuming is a regular in her book, Maggot. But I didn't know who he was, and I felt like he gets a proper introduction. I was like, wow,
yeah.
I actually understand who these people are before the story begins.
I get that NYX has infinitely more characters to introduce.
That's true, but this book also balances these Storm and Maggot as well as Xavier and a whole other X-Men team, and I understand those characters by the end. It works. Okay, so great issue. Let's talk about this great fucking issue.
First off, let's be honest. I should say I actually have. It probably helps me at least a little bit that I have some familiarity with Storm.
Yeah, but obviously you have no clue about what she's been doing for the past however many years, because you've only ever read 70s Storm.
No, I have only ever read 70s Storm and seen a handful of X-Men films with Halle Berry Storm.
She's an Avenger right now, Jacob. Isn't that cool?
Yes, that was...
And isn't it cool that they explain that in this issue for you?
And they explain it and they don't make it feel like clunky exposition.
Yeah. Oh god. I didn't know that Thundercloud was a thing. Thundercloud is cool. She has her own base of operations that she travels with in the sky. That's cool as hell.
But sometimes it doesn't travel in the sky. It's great. It's great.
It's great. Did I mention this is a great issue yet? I want to read Storm now. I really want to read Storm now because this is really good.
You know what? I do want to praise real quick Luciano Viccio and Alex Guimarães and Rochelle Rosenberg, who are doing the Viccio's doing actually all the drawing, and then Guimarães and Rosenberg are coloring.
It looks
gorgeous
great.
Looking book.
It's
gorgeous
book.
book.
Oh my god. So we get two full-ass 2-page spreads in this issue, and they are so well deserved, both of them. I really, really love them. The art gets to shine. Everything just complements each other so nicely. As all of these issues of X-Manhunt have been so far, sort of examinations of Charles Xavier, I loved this one especially as actually taking the time to have Xavier bounce off of Storm and examine their relationship properly. I really loved that. I did also mention in our Uncanny X-Men video that I felt that Storm did something better than Uncanny, which is weird for me to say because again, Storm is a book that I don't read. But I felt for people that are coming into this event as I think if you're writing a tie-in to an event, there's always the possibility that somebody is reading your tie-in with no other context. And that is why I love the introductions in this book so much. Whereas in Uncanny, and as much as I love Uncanny, I love Simone, I appreciated that book for what it was. But if I were reading that tie-in with no other context, I really don't think I would understand who the outliers were in tie-in.
Oh, you would not. You would not.
Yeah. So actually, taking the time to understand these characters and having this really lengthy scene between Aurora and Xavier here early on, to just tell me their relationship. If I knew nothing about their dynamic, this would tell me about their dynamic. I don't need the 40-odd years of history that these characters have.
You know what it does? It does the how do you make a soap opera character relatable? You have them make a joke, make a friend, make a plot point happen.
Yeah.
Immediately, Storm makes a joke about Iron Man making jokes about Taco Tuesdays. Clearly friends with Xavier, and this entire thing is plot points happening because of these two.
Yeah. Jacob, I think this is my favorite issue of the event so far. I really love this one. It's really good.
I'm hopeful that after this point we can get somewhere about this quality.
Truly amazed us. It would be nice. It would of course be nice.
I love the idea of Storm being the one who's like, we could have had you transferred. If Grey Malkin is terrible, we can have you transferred to a different prison. Yeah. I will make Tony Stark transfer you.
That compassion that is there, tells me a lot about who Storm is as a character currently. As someone that hasn't read any current appearances of her at all, I love that. Then of course we get our great action sequence throughout this, where Storm and Meggan are defending Xavier from the people sent after him, which are the rest of the X-Men from the main X-Men book. And I would like to also take this moment to potentially criticize a book that I've stopped reading that I was covering on the channel for a while, and that is X-Men by Jed MacKay. I love Jed MacKay. I love these characters, but I think I realized through this issue why I didn't like this team. And that's because they're all fucking bad guys. They're the bad guys of this issue.
Yeah, they're baddies. They're the baddies.
They're just bad guys.
Mind you, Charles Xavier, I believe at this point is a war criminal and has done some really bad
Yes, Charles
shit.
Xavier, also a bad guy, but also, I think that's also part of the greatness of this issue, in that Storm's connection to Xavier and her defending him made me feel for her and her relationship to Charles so much that I was on board with defending him from the big bad X-Men here. I was into that. I really felt that. I felt that in this moment. Really, really great. Also, fantastic 2-page spread showing them arriving to capture Xavier. It's fantastic.
And drawn like the bad guys that they are.
Yeah. And aside from also just being straight up bad guys in this issue, in general, this team is made up of dickheads, and I think there should be at least one nice person on this team. Temper's a nice person. Otherwise,
Cyclops can be characterized as a very nice person.
Current Scott Summers is a dick.
I was going to say, I don't think the K is characterizing him like that.
No. And I think also, I think that's also a carryover from the Krakoa stuff. So,
I have been told that Cyclops fans have been long suffering with the characterization of Scott Summers.
Yikes. Oh man. Anyway, great fight scene. I love seeing our Team Storm square off against the X-Men. It looks fantastic. I love the armor that Storm is wearing throughout this, and I love it even more when she sheds that armor and gets on that really cool white and gold pattern as she fucking unleashes hell on Scott and freezes him. It's so cool. It looks great. Great fight scene.
There's this moment of Xavier feeling like, oh no, I've created a monster almost.
Yeah.
In Scott Summers.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm honestly tempted to continue this book after this issue.
Dude, right? Were we just both convinced to read Storm now? This is fantastic. Oh my god. Just blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. Love seeing Storm kick ass. Once again, showing why she's straight up one of the strongest Marvel characters in existence. She's phenomenal. I love this moment between the Juggernaut. Nothing can stop the Juggernaut. Why don't we test that theory? Behold our cruel universe, our foolish universe. It's fantastic narration there too. I really, really love that. Oh god. And also, what's really nice about this issue is that it kind of gives our event a bit more cohesion, whereas before all of our issues were doing an individual encounter between Xavier and a team of X-Men or an individual X-Men for some reason. This, because our X-Men show up in this, and the next issue in the event is X-Men number 13. This leads directly into the next one as Beast is met with Xavier then at the end here, and we go to Utopia, former home of the X-Men. X-Men continues in X-Men number 13, it says, and it feels nice. There's some cohesion to the event now. I think it's really hitting its stride. I do hope it keeps it up. If nothing else, I loved Storm. I really, really loved this issue. So, oh god. Sorry, I kind of ran away with this conversation.
You did, but I don't know. I don't know if I can add much.
I'm sorry.
Beast is here. He's cool.
I do love Beast.
Look, it makes me want to read more of Claremont's X-Men so I can know some of these characters better, honestly.
That's fair.
Because so many of them are, well, not all of them, but some. I just need to read. We need to read more X-Men on the podcast, which I'm sure we'll do.
We will most definitely do.
In the fairly nearish future.
Yeah, we have lots
before
of
the year is out. Before the year is out.
Definitely before the year is out. Yeah. So. All right, I think that about does it. Check out other Fresh Face one-shots we do. We cover Superman by Joshua Williamson, Wonder Woman by Tom King, Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween. We obviously cover The Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone, which is the reason we're covering X-Manhunt all throughout March here. Check out the main podcast, Fresh Face Comics. As the time of this releasing, just yesterday, we put out an episode on Batgirl by Gail Simone. It's the first 2 volumes, it's the first 13 issues, and the 0 issue. We had a great discussion about that. It was nearly 3 hours long. It was wonderful. We're going on episode 90 next, which is so crazy to me. Cannot believe that. Check all that out when that is out, and our link trees, as always, will be in the description as well. You can follow us wherever you want to follow us. Subscribe to the channel, Blood Donut Studios. Any and all support means the absolute world to us. Until next time, this has been Joey Morgan
and Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.